biggest trading mistakes to avoid. We all know 95% of traders fail their first year. Accepting and working on your faults is the first step to being a part of the 5% who succeed. Number one is oversizing. This is what I saw a lot of on Friday. And a lot of you who maybe thought you weren't oversizing, but woke up to your account being down more than you were comfortable with, you oversized. And oversizing doesn't mean just one position. Having a bunch of positions open is also oversizing, because something like Friday could happen and you can lose all of that. If this was your first Black Swan event, welcome. There's going to be many more to come. You can't prepare for it. It's just going to happen. The best way you can prepare is to not average down. Averaging down is really bad. If you don't, it's an advanced way to trade. This is what I'm going to say. Some people can average down. Some people are really good at averaging down, but these are usually experienced traders. If you're not as experienced, don't even think about averaging down, because what you're doing is you're just adding more risk to an already losing play. It's not like you're winning and you're averaging into it. That makes more sense. If something is doing the thing that you want it to do and you're adding more, all right, I don't recommend it, but I'm saying one is better than the other. I'd rather you average up into a winning play than average down on a losing play. Never average down. If your friends are doing it, tell them to stop. Right? And this is why the yearning for profit should never overtake your defined risk parameters. You have to earn the right to size up. Trade good setups with minimal risk and the money will flow. Greed will kill you. You have to earn the right to size up. What does that mean? Either your account size sizes up and now the amount of risk that you're able to put up is, or you have enough profit to where you can size a portion of that profit up. But if you're coming into the market on Monday, break even, there's no reason you should be sizing up on anything. You should reward yourself after with sizing up with profits. So even if you mess up and you do the wrong play or whatever, you just lost your profits. You're back at break even. You should never go negative oversizing. Are you guys following? Are you guys going to oversize? And I'll help you guys manage like what oversizing is, because that's kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah, no more, no oversizing, never. Hell no. And the thing is, look, you know what? What I'll do is say this. If you want to oversize, go ahead. But the market always finds a way to make you pay for it. Always, no matter what. I don't know what is going on, but as soon as you think, it happens to me too. As soon as I think about oversizing and I go in a little too much, and I'm sweating a little bit, a little nervous, I'm checking the charts a little too much, and my heart's racing a little bit, the market always finds a way to call your bluff. They'll have like a red day, and then you get scared and you get out, and then it bounces and it keeps going, or whatever it might be. Or even worse, you'll not only oversize, but you'll do number two together. Because you oversized and you're down, you start turning into a bag holder. You don't average down, you don't want to add anymore, but now you turn into a bag holder. This detrimentally affects your emotions and decisions. Cut the bag and move on. Your opportunity cost is burning away each day. Give yourself and your account a chance. Own up to the bad trade you committed and move on. That's it. Move on. And it's a funny thing here. It says everyone, it's one of these, like somebody, I don't know, I saw it somewhere on like the Weeble chat or like, I don't know, but they said everyone starts as a trader, and when the stock keeps dropping, they become investors. It's pretty funny, and it's true. They start making up all these excuses like, it is a good company, their earnings are coming up, and yeah, right, you would have, and as soon as it goes even, you would get out. You wouldn't care about that stock. Stop lying. That's one of the things when I say stop lying to yourself. Stop. That wasn't your initial plan. You just start changing plans in the middle of it. Don't change plans. Have the plan ready and stick to it. You feel me? So, chasing. This is another thing. You say, I go in with only 3 now and roll up on the flag if it keeps going up. Solid. And if that's your plan, stick to it. Don't add 4 one day, 5 one day, and then when you lose somewhere, you're like, okay, I'm gonna start going in with 1. You keep it at 3. You keep it at 3, because the thing is, you're gonna lose. Everybody loses in the market. Everybody's gonna lose. So do you want a big loss or do you want a small loss? Forget the win. Wins happen all the time. You can accumulate small wins all the time. Why are you in a rush to get rich? Fast money comes with slow problems, like your account being super negative and now you have to build your way back out of a hole that you shouldn't have even put yourself in. So now's the time to change, right? December's a new month. It's the last month of the year. You could end it on a good note. You could build your confidence back up by sticking to a plan. I'll be here to hammer it every Sunday. I'm going to do a little bit of these, you know, to keep you on point. I'll be that little voice in the back of your head when you're like, ooh, this thing looks crazy. Oh, everything's bullish. Oh man, that candle's so big. Let me get into it. Nope. Because number 3 is chasing. This is what shorts want you to do. And your account can only handle so many FOMO buys on big green candles. Where is your risk up there? Why are you buying all the way up there? Are you not looking down? Think of big green candles like buildings. Like you're going to go you're going to go up 3 big ones. And then you're not. Every time you look down, what happens when you're on top of a building and you look down? Your palms get sweaty and shit. You should be nervous. That's how you should feel. It's like, damn, I don't want to buy all the way up here. I'd rather just wait for a price to come down. And for those of you who are patient, I know a lot of you wanted to go into IWM, but were patient. Congrats. Look what patience gets you. If you waited for a confirmed reversal and you were like, you know what, I'm going to wait until it breaks like 235, you know, and it has a bullish move, because 260s are really far away. So if you waited, look what patience gets you. You just got everything on discount. I'm throwing you my contracts for half the price. Not that you should get 260s right now. Don't do that, you know, but you know, people are getting it for half off. And the people like me who went in, unfortunately, we got burned. But patience pays, right? Don't chase. And if you've noticed, a lot of these things get solved by the inside bar strategy, if you've noticed. So, you know, shift your perspective to buying potential dips and you know, highs and lows in the chart. You know, highs and lows in the chart, these are like levels. Don't buy all the way crazy. Buy at a level. Let's say you bought right here at this level. You would have ran it all the way up. Look, it stopped right at this level. Oh, nice. Look, this one started here. You could have played it into this level. You could have bought here and then sold over here. You could have bought up here and then sold down here. Play within the levels. Levels are important. It's a roadmap to the, you know, because without it, you turn all this stuff off and now everything, it's like you're in the middle of space. You don't know what is going on. You're just grabbing it and just hoping it goes up. You're just going up. Just go up. I don't care. Just up. Or if you got to put, you're just like, just go down. Just start becoming, you know, one of those doom and gloom guys, you know. So the Michael Burrys and shit. So levels are important. Watch, you know, candlestick patterns. You guys will practice. It'll come. You know, it takes time. But with all of this, it comes with position sizing, you know, and that. Okay, psychological and emotional weaknesses, right? Revenge trading. I'll have a way to solve this in a bit. Revenge trading is huge. I've done it. Everybody has done it. You try to chase back your wins because deep down inside, part of you thinks you can't get that money back in enough time. And you think it's, you know, it's something that like was taken from you and you don't want to be wrong. So you keep going into the trade. And even worse, you keep sizing up when you revenge trade because you're like, well, I only need 20% of this big size to win. And then you're down 20%. And then now you're down even more. And it just starts becoming this giant loop. You're just spinning into oblivion and your account's just getting destroyed. And at the end, then you start becoming really smart down here and you're like, dang. If only I just exited the market at here, I would have had so much more to work with, but I just couldn't be okay with being wrong. That 236, right? A 236 stop loss strat is good. You stick to that for the rest of your trading life and you'll never have a big loss ever. Think about that. You can literally today go, I will never have another big loss just by sticking to that. So when you place your trend lines, do you place them at the wicks or the open and close? I adjust them. So sometimes it will fit. It's whatever fits. And it has to, for me, it has to be respected a couple times. So like for a trend line, like, you know, this, sometimes it hits the wick, sometimes it hits the body, you know? But what I do is first, what I like to do is land it on the wicks. And then if I could push it into the body, then, so be it, right? So, but I don't like it to cut through the bodies really. If it does it, like if you do it after you draw it and it tries to make a reversal, cool. But like, I don't want, by putting up to this body, now it's cutting this one out. I mean, you could do it like this, but ideally it's about the close. You don't want anything closing under the trend line for the most part, when you're drawing a line. So what I do is I adjust all the time, and trend lines are just a guide to direction, guys. They're not like a thing where you have to be 100% accurate and everything is perfect and stuff. People's trend lines are a little different all the time. The idea is, do you visually now see an area where it keeps bouncing and keeps ascending and going higher? That's it. And then in the case of a triangle, right? So here, this is a parallel channel right here. So these two lines will never touch. So this is a channel. You kind of go up and like this. As soon as the top and the bottom start going in like into each other, that's when you create a triangle. A triangle means the resistance is collapsing basically into the support, and the support is running up into the resistance. And at some point they're going to meet. And when they meet, this is what makes a triangle valid or invalid. If it just keeps going flat like this and keeps throwing through, okay, take the triangle off. And that, if it just keeps ending up flat, then it never was, right? But, usually like this, when price starts tightening, the market doesn't stay super flat in the bullish, like in a bullish market like now. When price tightens, it doesn't stay tight for very long. There's going to be some whale, the big institutions or whatever, that are going to spot the same thing that we're spotting here, and they're going to take advantage of it. So if you see it, wait for the breakout. And with triangles, it's not bullish or bearish. It could break down too, right? Triangles are very unilateral or whatever. They're like bullish and bearish. Like you could do either way. But typically, if things are looking bullish and not bearish, things usually break up. Like this is a long consolidation. Everything is going on cool. So no chasing. Like I said, your account can only handle so many FOMO buys. Stop doing it. Have some discipline. Psychological and emotional weaknesses. You see, okay, revenge training. We'll go over kind of how to stop that. Buying high, selling low. I've done it plenty of times. It sucks, but it's usually because you have no plan. You came in with excitement and you're leaving in fear. It's usually what happens. Wicked out before a rip because you didn't have a plan. You just saw price go down and you're like, okay, I need to protect my gains. And I have a couple quotes from people who that I've heard around all the time, even when I started trading, and they're really bad quotes. They teach really bad behavior, and we'll go over that. All the signs you don't have your emotions under control. Come to a realization that you may have underlying emotions to handle. We all have different issues, stuff going on at home. Some people really might hate their job and think this is the way out, so they put unnecessary pressure on the outcome, because you want to get out quickly, and you want to, you can't put like serious expectations on the market like that when you're starting. You should enjoy the process, and you're going to look up one day and you're going to be like, dang, I have enough to pay my rent for a year. Now I could actually trade without being so emotional, and I can just chill, and everything becomes a lot more peaceful. But you have to go through that hard part of building your account, right? You have to go through the dojo, or to get that black belt. Basically, you have to go through a lot of shit. So understand that it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it, but it's very possible. I know plenty of people who do it. I do it. It's very possible, but you just have to change your mindset. I think one thing that has benefited me more than anything has been that I've picked up on these really quickly, and I made them law. You do slip up every once in a while, but when you slip up, you're like, damn, see, and this is why this is right. You come back to what do we call this? The 5 commandments of trading or something? We should label it and name it something. Most people can't admit when they're wrong. I hate it too. Who loves admitting they're wrong? No, I don't think anybody does. I hate it. As much as I want to be humble and be like, yeah, I'm okay with saying I'm wrong. When you make I didn't like how IWM worked with me putting that whole report out and everything. I was like, damn, I didn't want this to happen. I had everything look so good. Like, why, but you have to accept it. You're wrong. That's it. And it's okay to be wrong, because we're wrong a lot. But the thing is, you want to be wrong with a small loss. You don't want to be wrong with a big loss. That's the difference. You're going to be wrong either way eventually. But do you want to be wrong with a small loss or a big loss? What do you guys want, right? You guys want a big loss and be mad that you were wrong? Nah, I'd rather be like, brush it off, because big losses, there's this thing, and I've noticed with a lot of my one-on-one clients, a lot of them they literally have PTSD from big losses. Like legit, like they've lost so much that it's almost like, holy shit, I cannot believe that I lost this much. And now they operate in the market with so much fear of losing more. And it's a trigger. And this is where the psychological comes from. You have to break down whatever that is inside. Maybe seek a therapist or whatever. I don't say that in a bad way, like a legit, whatever it might be, or talk to somebody who, and accept that the past is a past. That loss is gone. It's not coming back. The best thing you can do now is change the habits that caused that loss. Let that be a strong, big lesson, and don't try to chase back your gains. You're on a new path, completely new path. No more big losses. Fear is real. Hey, thank you for admitting, you know what I mean? It's sometimes it's like some people want to keep it private. It's hard to admit when you have huge losses, but it's not fun. And huge losses are subjective to everybody. Whatever you deem huge, anything, you know what I mean? It's real. And for those of you who haven't had a huge loss to that, you can stop it. You can't stop losses, but you can stop huge losses, And that comes from being disciplined, sticking to the plan, and trading with the same size. Don't even think about adding or even don't even try to don't put too little either. For the month of December, trade with the same size on every trade and have your stop loss about the same. And watch, every time that you're right and the trade starts going in your favor, it's minimum 2-to-1. If you have multiple contracts, you can trim up to that 786, and at that point, it's a 3.5-to-1 risk to reward. You know how fast your account's going to grow if you could hit a couple of those? You know how many losses that pays for? 3.5-to-1. That means you could lose almost 4 times in a row and pay for it on one trade. How confident are you going to be going into a trade with that? You're going to be super confident, calm, cool, calm, and collected. Fear is definitely real. Still trying to overcome it. It's been months. Look, start small. I would say if even the act of going into a trade gives you anxiety, then you need to go back to paper trading. Everybody has different levels of fear, but once you graduate from paper trading, maybe do only 1 trade a week, or 1 trade a day, and that's it. Build your way back. It's not something where you just turn it off and that's it. Yeah, or get a one-on-one with me, and yeah, I'll whip you into shape. I get everybody's personal, life circumstances, everything, and I custom tailor it to them. Haven't had a complaint since. Everybody's been super happy. Repeat people coming back, improving, getting better. So, you could do that as well, because one of the things that I was going to say is, becoming a good loser is really important, right? You have to be a good loser, meaning, you're okay with the loss. Nobody likes to lose, but you have to be comfortable with it. Think about it like this. You guys decided to trade stocks, right? You know what comes with that. That's like a boxer getting mad that he got punched in the face. Would a boxer get angry if they get punched in the face in a fight? No, they understand that that's what it comes with. But what's the goal in boxing is to beat the other person up more than you're getting. You know what I mean? Either get hit less or do more damage to the other opponent. Same thing in the market. Smaller losses, bigger wins. Thumbs up if you agree. You guys fucking with this? You guys like this? If you guys appreciate it, thumb it up. Or I'm gonna go to sleep right now. No cap. There's a lot of you in here. Throw the thumbs up in there. Any questions? Thumbs up, thumbs up. I need to see at least 10 more. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Yes, sir. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, bet. All right. I like that energy. I'm feeding off the energy. You guys hype me up. You know, it's a little quiet. I was trying to get a little... I was like, damn, are they going to sleep? Am I just boring them to death, you know? Damn, they even got the eggplants in there. Y'all wilding right now. Okay. Yeah, y'all getting crazy. Please. No. Delete that shit. Delete that. Nasty. You got the vein on it.
Fucking Thomas.
All right. Cool. At least we're having fun, right? I kind of want to make it fun. I don't want to just be me, for, you know, scolding you guys like, hey, you guys are doing bad, you know, because a lot of you guys are improving. So that's what's up. You know, take it day by day, week by week. We're going to be here every Sunday that, you know, I'm free. And, you know, Izzy's still coming up too, guys. So it's going to be a lot of good info. So comparing your success, this is the kind of the least one, but I tend to see it when you start being around other traders a lot more. You start comparing yourself to the other traders. Oh, why is he doing good and I'm not? Or why is she doing better than me? Or, you know, oh man, you know, this and that. Forget all of that. It doesn't matter. Everybody starts different account sizes. People learn different lessons at different times. Maybe they're doing good now, but they're about to learn a lesson that's going to blow their account in a month, and you're just kind of trucking on along. You never know. So just, you know, if anything, you should admire that success and be like, you know what are they doing right? Let me learn from them. Oh, what, you know, what's working for you? Okay, I see it. Try to, you know, learn from them. Don't just hate. Just try to, you know, make excuses and all that stuff. Have some accountability, you know. Could you restate the strategy of small percentages again? Yeah, well, the strategy will come. I didn't get to the strategy yet, but this is how it looks. So let's say you guys put in, you know, $1,000 in a trade, right? You know, and you're down 10%. You're going to need an 11% gain. So if you lose 10%, you're at what, 900? Well, in order to go back to break even, you need to go up 11%. I think then it'll take you to like a little over, you know, 1,000, like 1,001. If you're down 80, you need that 80 needs to go up 25%, or 800. I mean, if you're down to 800, you need 25% in order to get back. So it's kind of deceptive. People think that if you lose 50%, you just need to make 50% back to come back. That's not how it works. Because once you lose it, you have less to trade with. We trade with our capital. So that's why I say capital preservation is number one. Think about it, right? Just think about it like this. I'll use the bigger ones and it'll make more sense. These get a little confusing. 50%. If you put in $1,000 and you're down 50%, you have $500 left, right? So in order to get back to 1,000, that 500 needs to go up 100%. Your next move needs to go up 100%. It starts getting worse after 50%. When you start going down to 80%, now you only have $200. And now you need that $200 to go to 400% in order to get $1,000 back. Just to go to break even, you're not even in profit. Now, you can do this in a position, or this can be your overall account. Think about if your account is down 50%. You had a $10,000 account and it's down 50%. Now you're at 5K. You need to make that 5K 100%. Your whole portfolio needs to 100% in order for you to come back to where you were. You know, but that doesn't mean be afraid. You know, if you go into an options contract, it's not saying, hey, I want to get out at 50% or I want to get out at 30%. I say there's only specific times to do that. You know, it might be like on, you know, I don't know. Usually, like if I'm getting in pretty quickly and I don't have enough time to get in, but it's a more advanced thing, I would say. I wouldn't recommend, you know, doing that. What you want to do is you want to have a level, right, like this. You know, like the lift one. You want to be able to set your fibs because you guys are going to be planning your trades ahead of time. And right here, so now you know, doesn't matter what percent the contracts are at. you're getting out at 51.58. If price goes past 51.58, like above, and you're getting a put, now you're out. That could be 60%. It could be 40%. Usually it's not that high because it's pretty close. Because if this does go down 60%, then that means that this is 120%. Your take profit's 120%. Right? It's one or the other. If price can move all the way up here on your contracts and you're down 20%, okay, that's cool. That means that over here at your take profit, it's 40% because it's 2x, right? When I show you guys the risk to reward, this is what I mean. That's your maximum risk. You always want to ask yourself, what's my maximum risk? And this is where you always take profit. And it's from the video. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, my YouTube video on how to trade inside bars goes over this. So this is a 2. You see the risk to reward ratio is 2, which means you risk 1 to get 2. This is 1. So it doesn't matter what percent you're at. If it's 50%, it's 50%. If it's 40%, it's 40%. But you know that if you come down here and you actually take this profit, it ends up being, you know, if it's if this is 50%, this is 100%. You guys understanding now? So you don't always need to look at the options contract. You just need to know what you're willing to risk versus what you're willing to get. Does that make sense? It's a little confusing at first, but I feel like I explained it pretty okay. Yeah. All right, cool. So, but you got to put it on the chart. You got to put it on the chart. You got to know when you're going to get out, and you can't negotiate with yourself. Once it gets out, it gets out. Yeah, like using options profit pretty much, right? Gets confusing with the time decay this. Yeah, so trade me out. The way I go about this is usually on a trading day, I usually stop within the 4 hours in. About the first half of the day, price needs to be either getting to my stop or getting closer to this. I'm not holding a options contract the whole day. I'm not. It's not my thing. I don't like that, because usually the volume spikes is in the morning and then it kind of wanes off, and you want to be out of the market within 4. So the example I give is, if price, you enter and price starts doing this, but it doesn't get to your take profit. Let's say it starts doing this. All right, just get out. You could take profit there. You're up. Right? But this looks like it's actually continuing. Right? This looks like it might actually hit the thing. So you can maybe hold this. That was actually a bad example. A good example would be price that does this. Yeah, if it does this and it's not going anywhere, you could get out. And then look, it could do this. Boom. And then you're like, dang, I should have just held. Nope. Why? Let me just quiz you guys. Should you not be upset that you got out when you should have, and then it did what you wanted it to do? I'm gonna just start quizzing you guys. That's a good thing. Because of time decay and chasing. Okay. Discipline. Bingo. You remain disciplined. Profit is profit. I'm gonna test that profit is profit, but I get what you're saying right now. That makes sense. But I'm gonna make sure that people understand what that means, because there's a reason for that profit is profit. It could have went the opposite way. Exactly. You stuck to your rules. Exactly. Because it could have went the opposite. Boom. You guys are listening. Good. That's what's up. That's what's up. I like that. I like that. Thank you guys. Exactly. Staying to your technical rules. Think about it like this. Everybody wants to make that lawyer money in the market, right? You all want to make money like a lawyer and like a doctor? Start being disciplined like a lawyer and a doctor. You think a doctor can just go willy-nilly and do the MCAT and do all their residency and everything? You think you could just, I feel like it? No, there's a system. There's a reason why they get accepted into these med schools and these law schools. There's a reason why they pass the bar. And it sure ain't, oh, I feel like I want to do homework today, or I feel like studying today. No, they have a regimen. They don't go out on Friday nights anymore, because they have their eye on the prize. And you guys can make lawyer money. You can make doctor money. It takes time and discipline. But the first step is managing your losses. That's number one. Managing your losses, account size, or trade size, and then we'll go into a couple other things that I want you guys to get into. But all right, cool. So, but now you kind of understand. Who was it that asked it? I think it was Crystal. Now you kind of, did you get the breakdown of the percentages? Yeah, much better. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for asking a question. You know, some people might have not gotten that, and then now you just that question just created everything that just happened. You know what I mean? So everybody thank Crystal for that question, because I would have just kept going if she didn't ask that. So this is why questions are important. So shout out to you. And if you have more questions, please, you know, it just helps me explain things better. So yeah, let's hit those emojis. Let's light those emojis up. Let's go. I mean, being thankful about questions says a lot. Yeah, I'm not, you know, I'm just here to help. I wish I had this, like, you know, every Sunday. I would have been here every Sunday asking a million questions. So I'm just trying to, you know, do what I didn't have. So hey, you guys take advantage of it. Good on you. If you don't, I know a lot of people in the Discord right now, I can tell they don't end up in these Sunday ones, because when the people who are in these Sunday ones are far more advanced than the ones that aren't. In the chat, everybody's speaking that same language. You guys know, everybody's speaking a specific language about inside bars or whatever, or risk. They're looking at charts different, and then somebody comes out of nowhere and goes, I don't know what to do. I've been holding this position for 2 weeks, and yeah, I just went into it because, you know, this other Discord told me to go into it. And I'd be like, yeah, if you came into the Sunday, you could have benefited from this a lot. But, you know, we don't blame them. We're not mean to, you know, that was us. That was all of us at one point. But you learn, and everybody has that aha moment where they're like, okay, I need help. And like I say, when you need help, seek somebody, a mentor, somebody like me and Izzy will help you guys, and Cedric, right? A lot of you guys are starting to help other people, the ones that really do good. You guys are starting to explain to other people when I'm busy, you know, sometimes I'm gone. Somebody will put a question in the trades talk and somebody else will answer it. I'm like, damn, I taught that person. That's cool. Now look at it. Wealth is just being, I mean, you know, knowledge is just being spread. That's dope. So, so yeah, like I said, becoming a good loser is really important. Not comparing yourself. If you guys aren't journaling, you better journal. I'm telling you right now. You're not going to have to journal forever. Like, you know, I might recommend it forever, but okay, how about this? Everybody in the chat that's going to journal for the month of December and trade with the same size and trade their setup, whether it's inside bars or whatever it is, and they're just going to stick to it. Thumbs up. Do a thumbs up. A lot of you are already doing it, but I want you guys, month of December, we're gonna be killers in the market. Are y'all ready? We're gonna kill the market. The Sunday streams are about to be booming. Me and Izzy are about to be going to work. And I think one of those weeks when we have time, we're gonna do a live trading session. We're gonna come into this chat in the morning, and everybody can hop in, and you could see how we start trading. What we're looking at charts, bouncing ideas off. If you guys want that, we could do that too. We're testing things, you know what I mean? We're gonna keep doing it. So I think that would be cool. Right? Like a live trading session. Everybody's kind of quiet, but you know, you guys are hearing exactly what we're doing. Because me and Izzy are in a call in the morning, every morning when we're trading. We're bouncing ideas constantly. When you say journaling, what do you want to write? My losses and wins? I'm gonna let's do it. Let's hold on. Give me 1 second, and I'll show you exactly what to write. Because I wrote it down for somebody who I did a one-on-one with recently. So this is how you could do. Do you have a trade tracker? I don't. I want one. I'm gonna sign up for one called TradeZilla, but it's not TradeZella. It's like TradeZella. It's like this, but they have a wait list. they're about I think you have to wait like 4 weeks to get in, but that one looks super cool. Hold up, let me see if I can find it. There's a bunch of weird trade Zellas, so don't just take a random link. Hold up, let me confirm it's the right one. .com. And I'll answer your question. Who asked it? Val. So this is the one. You guys can sign up for it. Maybe we can get at the same time and start doing it. Here, let me put it in the chat. Right here. That's the website. So if you click it, you'll see it's pretty cool. Take your trading to the next level. Trade journal, drilled, down reports, AI, and feedback. Really cool. They link it to your broker. You could access all the information. You know, it could really show you, like, you know, I haven't used it yet, so, you know, it might be shitty like when it comes out, but from what I've seen, it looks pretty good. I'll pay you $50 a week if you could do these live trades. Damn. All right. Bet. Yeah, you definitely make more than 50 a week if you're in the live trade with us. That's for sure. Okay, so for journaling, Val, this is kind of the layout that you should have right here. Right? It should be date, time, price entry, the size that you went in with, the strike or call put, price when you exit, your profit loss, and then you're going to write, actually, let me edit that, and then you're going to write a note for why you went in or what went wrong if you can identify it. Not always is there an issue, but sometimes you'll notice that you might have went in before the trigger entry, or, you know, you got in a little too aggressive, you know, you were a little too excited, or, hey, you know, you want to date all these things. What that does is, but yeah, what you, let me, give me a second. Hold up. Okay, I do that, accept the note. Why I went, etc. Thanks. Yeah, cool. So yeah, you already got it down. The reason why for like the why that you went in, you know, a lot of times if it's just like an inside bar break, then go ahead. It's mostly for your losses. And if it's just a inside bar that just reversed and it hit your stop loss, then you know you don't really have to know exactly what happened, but at least you'll have a log of what you're doing and your actual success rate with this. You know, you could actually write this thing down. Everybody, some people will be like, I don't have enough time to journal. Then you don't have enough time to trade. Stop trading if you're not journaling. I'm not kidding. Don't, because we as humans, when you win, when you get a win, you forget about all the losses that you've had recently, because you get this like dopamine high, and it makes you forget about what went wrong in the last one, and then you end up making the same mistakes again and again. And so to stop you from that, you write it down. And then when you notice that you did something wrong, you know, sometimes you get overexcited and you go in with a little bit too much, or you try to anticipate the trigger and you go in before it breaks the trigger, or it goes too far from the trigger and you try to chase an entry. Then you can write that down, and once you write it down, you have to write down exactly what you should have did to solve it. And there's only so many times that you can write the same mistake over and over without, and the next day you're going to remember it, and you're going to tell yourself like, okay, wait, like I already did that 3 other times, it didn't work, like I should just stop. You know, made this, if you guys want it. Oh man, I'm telling you, trades is a savage. Shout out to Trades, man. Yeah, he's a NFT thief, but he's, you know, good guy. But I do that. Okay, did I get any questions? Do you prefer short or long call? Are you so V1, are you saying short or long call, meaning like a swing? Or you mean short, like as in like puts or calls? Oh yeah, that one's good too. Look at that. Bingo. V1, yeah, could you ask that question again? Sometimes I don't get questions like right away. I just took screenshot them. That works too. No, you can, okay, so Mario, you said I just screenshot them. Does that work too? You can screenshot to document, but I think you should write it. You know why? Because I used to tell myself that all the time too. When I would take notes, because I used to want to go to school for nursing. And what I would do is I would have a laptop, and then I would have the PDF on my notes, and I would just be writing it in class. And I realized that if I just if I just took a picture of like the notes that the professor put, I usually don't go back to them. But when I write them, it's a psychological thing. You remember it. It's an intimate thing. You're writing it down. When you write down, I'm not over trading on a piece of paper, it makes it real. If you screenshot it, it's like one of the million other screenshots, you know? So not calling you lazy, but that's a very lazy way. If that, somebody does do that, it's a very, don't do that. But now that you know the benefits of it, I think you won't do it. I have my big loss as my wallpaper background. I mean, hey, if that works, it works. That's some gangster shit right there. I'm gonna tell you. I need this one. Cool. Send it. Thanks. Yeah, never again. And the thing is, look, sometimes you don't want to keep looking at that negativity of that loss too. Just write it down and keep it out. If it, but if it does do the right thing and it keeps you from doing it, then good. But I also don't want you to look at that big loss all the time and be fearful to enter a trade or be afraid of a loss, right? Just make sure that you're focusing on the big loss and not just that it's a loss, because everybody has a loss. It's about controlling your losses. Bingo. So like I said, organize, plan, and execute. Journal. Stop committing the same problems each time you log in. Write down your goals for December. So you guys can do it right now. Write down your goals for December, right? What do you want to do? Be realistic, of course. Little things, hey, I just, maybe you're the biggest loss that you've had this month, that is, I'm not going to have a loss even, near that, or I'm not oversizing anymore, or I'm trading with the same size, or I'm only trading specific setups and I'm not falling into like Lotto Friday where there's no setup and I'm just, gambling essentially. Whatever it is, it's personal to you. Like I said, personify them and push yourself to achieve it, right? Keep track of it. Come back to your goals at the end of the month, right? So we'll do like a stream at the end of the month, like around, whatever. And we'll have like a review thing as a squad. All right. Is that cool? Time for the metaverse conference room call. Okay. Oh man, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, let's all trade in the metaverse, right? Everybody put on your helmet. We'll just be in the trading room. We can create like a Wolf of Wall Street, like what is it called, the boiler room that they're in, of all the people. We could do that, but like in the metaverse, and it could just be like the wealthy, wavy, towers or something. We could all put on our headgear and trade, give each other high fives, and do fake drugs or something. But anyways, yeah. So okay, worst quotes of trading. Let's do this right here. Let's separate this, right? And I'll tell you why this sucks. Bearish indicator that I found. That's funny. Wow, that's good. That's good right there. Yeah, flames. Yeah, it's Illuminati, dude. But it's the what's it called? The Egypt update. You got the Egypt indicator. But okay, so the worst quotes in trading, right? So have you guys heard of "You can never go broke by taking profits"? Have you guys heard that? And if you haven't, say that too if you haven't heard it. But so yeah, so it's a common thing that you hear in trading, and it's usually it tells people, hey, take profits quickly, and it's the exact opposite of this one, right? So they'll probably usually put them together. They'll say you can never go broke taking profits and cut losses quickly. That's the wrong way to think. Why? You're probably thinking, well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's intuitive, right? You can never go broke by taking profits. But it insinuates that you should be taking profits early. You should be taking profits intelligently, according to your fib level. The only time you should be taking it before the fib level is if price is flat and it's not excelling, or it's, you know, looking. You gotta let the play do what it does. Because what you can never go broke by taking profits, what that does is you could have been in a really good winning play and you got out early and then it keeps running. Now you only, instead of having that nice $200-300 win, you have a $40 win. I mean, that's fine. But then tomorrow you have a bad day and you just wiped everything out. You know, even if by taking the 236 stop loss, you still didn't have the profit that would have cushioned you. You guys understand? Does that make sense? It's all a part of sticking to your plan. You have to be uncomfortable. If, let's say here, story of my life. Yeah, bro, I'm spitting today. I was ready. After Friday, I was motivated. I was like, dang, I know a lot of people are going to be down bad, feeling like shit. I don't know how to, I don't know what to do or how to go forward from here. And I hope this helps, right? I hope this kind of lifts your spirits and knows that, these are lessons. And the best thing you can do is not complain or be sad or mope about it, is to stop repeating the same mistakes. Me Friday, 500 versus 5K. Oh man, what's the name of the stop loss? It's actually my it's the Fibonacci levels that I'll set. It's on TradingView. You don't have to get anything. So you'll set these, and I have the right settings, how they are. These 236, the 1, the 0, the -1, the 0.5, and the 786. Oh yeah, but I'm not a rapper. Right? So what this does is it creates a roadmap, and everything is color coded. I'll send you the it's in my alerts. So if I just copy this, copy link message, and put it in the any questions. Okay, I'm gonna reply to you with it. So you can click on that. It will take you to the alerts where I'm at. Those are the settings that you want to put if you use TradingView. If not, you just use whatever you use, but make sure that everything looks the same. You color code it the same so that you know what everything means. And then right under it, you will see I wrote in detail exactly what each color means. So now you have a roadmap to taking profits. And all right, and then just so you know, was it Crystal? So Crystal can kind of understand how good this is. All the people that have been using the fib, does it work? Has it helped? You guys have had like 2 weeks with it now, right? So let her know, give your review if you guys have had a good amount of trades, and be honest. If it doesn't work, let me know so I could try to fix something, but let her know. Has it been good? I'm asking all you guys who have done it. Has it helped you guys manage your losses? Have you noticed that your losses have been less? Maybe for the first time ever, you have consistent losses. Maybe for the first time ever, right? Fib is on point. Let's go. Less and less. Look at that. Bingo. Just ripped. Look at that, it's beautiful. Less stress when you play to triggers with no emotion. Exactly, and that was my goal, because what are your settings for fib? If you click the link above, you see the Discord link that I have, Zols? When I replied to Crystal, if you click on that, it'll show the fib levels, and then right under it, it'll color label everything of like what everything means. So you got it, bingo. And then definitely watch my video. The YouTube video. If you scroll up in my alerts, you'll see a YouTube video that says inside bar for beginners. Watch it. I think it will change your trading trajectory forever. You'll thank me in 5 years. Hey, if any of you guys become millionaires in 5 years, just shoot me like a nice little 50K, buy me some. That'd be nice. But yeah, thank you, by the way, you know, in advance for any of you. And if all of you get it, then I'm gonna have like a mill, you know. So, but anyways, I'm not, you know. He's like, can I get a? I can already see by the link it says let me hold $1. That's funny. No, I'm not. I would never beg you guys for money. Don't worry. Yeah, come on. So anyways, yeah, this is the fib levels, and you know, you line them up. If you watch the video, you'll know how to line them up, and yeah, you'll know. So anyways, now you guys understand why you can never go broke by taking profits is like a bad quote for somebody who is beginning. Or think about somebody who's been losing a lot and now they're afraid, so they keep taking profits really quickly. You gotta let the winners win, right? They say rich traders let the runners run and let and stop the losers, you know, and cut the losers always. That's me. I'm afraid. All right, time to, you know, jump in that water, bro. Time to jump in the ocean. There's sharks out here, but we're making it. Think about it like this. All of us are okay, you know. I'm okay. It just takes time. Like I said. That's how it is when you get into a play and you get the big red candle. That's funny. Once I see green, I'm quick to take profits. Been seeing too much reds. Look, I understand, right? It's a natural human thing to do that. But I think what you have to trust is this. This is why I keep talking about risk to reward. You know why I keep bringing it up until I'm blue in the face? Because if... What the hell? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? All right, whatever. Where did it... Let's say right here. Oh, maybe it's... Okay, whatever. So we'll just do it like here. Whoops. Cool. Anyways, so 2-to-1, guys. 2-to-1. The reason why I say that is because if, you know, the fear is that you're not going to get it back, but you know the inside bar works. You know it works. I do it all the time. Trading Wars does it all the time. You know, I just added my own twist with how to use fibs. He uses fibs like legit, like, oh, pull it up and down. I don't like that. I don't need that. I don't care. All I need is the high and the low, and the fib will cost adjust it depending on the candle. The bigger the candle, the more the take profit. The smaller the candle, the smaller the take profit and stop loss. So it's unique to each candle that you put the fib on. I like that better, because if you do the fibs like, okay, you know, there's a swing high to swing low here, you're like, okay, it just adds it's too confusing. I don't like it. Some of you like it. I don't. I could care less. This is how I'm going to use the fibs for the rest of my life, pretty much, unless I learn something really cool and new. But for now, the way I use it, I just use fibs for take profit, stop loss. It's standard. Do it every time. Yep. Just like how Dappa said, trust the fibs, right? Trust the fibs. And you'd be surprised. A lot of the, you know, of you guys that tried it, you see how crazy it is, how it hits the 0.5 and then it starts coming back, or you know, it takes some time at that 0.5 and then it keeps going to the next leg. Well, think about it. The 0.5 is 50% of the move of the day before. So it moved 50% of the yesterday's move. All right, time for a little bit of retracement, or time for, you know, stuff to kind of consolidate. So it ends up working out pretty nice. So, you know, fibs all day, 2-to-1 all day. Or I mean 1-to-2, don't do 2-to-1. That's 2 risk, 1 reward. You don't want to do that. Yeah. But 1-to-2 risk to reward. This is what's going to keep you confident, Lav. This is what's you're going to know. You know, because it's almost like, think about it like this. You know, in other countries where food is not guaranteed every day, there's a lot more food anxiety, right? They have a lot of stress. They don't know where they're going to get their next meal. You know, every day is like, okay, in that sense, now this quote kind of makes sense, right? It's going to be like, oh, where was it? You know, any, I lost this thing. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. You know, oh, you can never go broke by, it's like saying telling somebody, oh yeah, you can never starve by just, you know, eating a little bit at a time, you know? You see how the mindset of this is very like, you're operating out of fear. You never want to operate out of fear. You want to be confident in the system. And when you're confident in the system, the hardest part is the beginning, as you guys know. I bet the first time I told you guys about all this, you were like, I mean, I'll try it, but you know, I don't really know what he's about to do. You know, I don't really trust it 100%. But then as you noticed, as the days went by, every single person that's done it, your confidence levels have gone through the roof in a good way. I'm not talking overconfidence. I'm talking confidence in discipline and a plan, right? Can you guys agree, for those of you who have been doing this? How has your confidence been in the last 2 weeks? Come on, I need some reviews. Anybody who's done it, come on. I know it's only not 2 people. Where's the rest of you? Y'all are awake? Has the confidence went up or down since trying this out? All right, I just need you guys to prove to the other people. There's some guests in here who it's their first time. Let's go, Vince. Yeah, let's go. Trade me out. You're gonna try this? Cool. The first step, watch the video, take notes. Paper trade, first few trades, and map it out. I want you to look at the price. I want you to be able to know how price is moving, and you'll have success rates with the paper trading. You know, you'll be like, okay, you know, it's working. And then finally you step out into the court and you perform, you know, with real money. And you're going to notice that you might have the first 2 or 3 might be a loss. It happens. Like I said with the coin flip analogy, just because a coin flip is 50% doesn't mean you're not going to get tails 4 times in a row. You could do that even though you wanted heads. It happens. But if you have a 2-to-1 risk to reward, what happens? You're confident because if you lose 4 times in a row, you know all you need to do is make 2 good trades. You make all your money back. 2 trades that work, all your money back. And what's actually happening that I've noticed for a lot of people is you don't lose 4 in a row. I haven't had anybody that's lost 4 in a row right away. If anything, I've had more people get 4 wins in a row. 4 or 5 wins. If you have 5 wins in a row in the inside bar, you just paid for 10 losses. How confident are you going to be sitting on a red candle when you have 10 losses that you're able to pay for because you got 5 wins in a row? And this snowball is going to keep getting bigger and bigger. This is why I want you guys to understand. After 50 to 80 trades, you will never go negative on your account ever. That's it. It's green from there. It's just going to keep going up and up and up. It's going to have these little dents, and then it's going to keep going up. Little dent, keep going up. Little dent, keep going up. We'll be starting soon. I have a problem with consuming too much info to where I don't have the time and practice because I'm consuming so much. I believe I'm productive, but it's productive with ideas and concepts and not the production. So what you're basically suffering from is called paralysis of analysis. You're kind of stuck. You have too much information and you don't know where to move. Clear it out, right? Clear it all out. Start simple. Start back. Get everything out of your head. Start with this program. I keep telling people, like, just watch my video. It's not that hard of a concept. I promise you. I could probably, if you give me one day, I could probably teach your grandma. And she'll be a gangster trader. You know what I mean? So all it is I get it. It's too much information. Go ease into it. Just ease into it, guys. You don't need all this information. Start small. Like I said, the roadmap is I'm pulling up to the one-on-one soon. Bingo. Look, if you are having issues with consuming too much information, book a one-on-one with me. I'll clear all that stuff out of your head. I'll custom tailor it to you. And literally by Monday, you'll be with a plan, ready to go. And then I always check back in with the people, later in the week, because I always tell them to journal in the same format that, I recommended earlier. I'm going to want you to journal because I'm going to need to see what you traded. When you give me all that information on the journal, I could literally pull it up on the chart and I could watch the trade that you were in. And I can tell you exactly, I could see why you got scared of this candle. It looks like this. I can tell you did that because of that. If you don't journal and you tell me, hey, I went into a trade, I don't remember what price, but it went down. I'm like, how am I supposed to help you? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to help me help you, What's your watch list for this week? I honestly haven't even looked. I'll probably start looking while Izzy does his stuff, and then I'm going to go onto the side and do that, and then I'll come back towards the end and do that. But for now, I mean, I just want to see what happens on Monday. I don't know if I'm going to trade on Monday. I might just trade SPY levels, to be honest. I might just trade SPY levels, and I don't know if there was inside bars. I haven't even scanned yet. I had a pretty busy weekend. I had a lot going on. So, yeah.
NVIDIA is one.
Oh, NVIDIA has one? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see. Anyone who trades options specifically. What? Upstart, I have a holy grail on 4 hour.
Also has one.
So Thomas, I don't do anything under daily. I don't recommend people do anything under daily just because it's a lot harder to trade. You can maybe play inside bars on smaller time frames after you after you have the daily down or the weekly. If you swing trade, then then you can maybe start playing the 4 hour or all that stuff. But for now, a lot of these guys here and girls, we're just starting. So this is what December is going to be. December is going to be for all you who haven't done an inside bar trade at all. That should be on your list of goals for December. Paper trade and make my first 5 inside bar trades using the strategy that Amin provided in the video. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM. I try to respond. Obviously, I'm gonna, I get a lot of DMs, like a lot. You'd be surprised at how many. You would think that there's only like 100 people in this Discord. There's 4,000 people that are just lurking, and they just pop up at random times. And so they'll see me post on the alerts, and then I'll just get a DM. I'm like, I've never seen you before. I'm not familiar with you. You're not in the chat, but they ask me a million questions and I answer them because, I do. Yeah, I help people, but that just means that sometimes I won't be able to get to your answer right away, but just know that I've seen it and I'm going to get to it like when I have time, So definitely ask that. Have you taken a look at 2-day inside bars? I saw Trading Wars starting to do them, and I think I might start looking into them. Yeah, you could do, like I said, you can do daily, 2-day, 3-day, weekly, 2-week, monthly, 2-month, 3-month. You could do all of those. But the thing is, if you start doing 2-day, make sure that what's it called? Because you could hold you need 2 days of candles for that candle to pop, right? For the print to happen. So that might be when you do on like a Monday and you swing into a Tuesday. You know what I mean? I don't like swinging a day, like 2 days in later in the week, because on like, if you do from like Wednesday to Thursday or Thursday to Friday, the premiums for that week are dying. So you either have to move to the next week. If you're going to do a 2-day on like a Thursday or even on a Wednesday, and it's not like a very good looking 2-day, if it's a bullish 2-day, then, you assume your risk and go in. But just know that, you're going to have to maybe, double the time frames that you're looking at it at, just to kind of really get the picture in. You know what I mean? So let me see. I got some more questions. Yeah. If you guys have inside bars, share it with each other. Use the regular chat, because sometimes people have different watch lists and they find different ones. Call them out if somebody's looking for it. Crystal said, but I'm so thankful for this lesson. I'm excited. Good. Anyone who trades options specifically? Yeah, we all trade options in here pretty much. We all do. Let me see what else. Everything I looked at. If you play on Friday, which was pretty risky, but Qualcomm, yeah, look at that. Yeah, I mean See, you would have to hold that. You would have to play next week's trades for that, the Qualcomm, that first one, because the options expired so fast. That half day, I don't think I played Lotto Friday on that half day ever in the past. Like, so the contracts were decaying like every 20 minutes. That was insane. Yeah, Microsoft did really well on that break. Yeah, because the day ended 4 hours into it. So, you know, it was a half day. So everything was in half. So think about like the first 30 minutes of market open was really like the first 15 minutes of market open. It was crazy. That's why I just wanted to play the SPY instead. Tesla inside bar on daily, is it? Let's look.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh yeah,
NVIDIA.
Oh, we got some big boys then on the insides. Oh yeah, I gotta get rid of all these lines. See, I'm so glad that color coded the fibs, so now I don't have to do all these annoying lines. I mean, I used to like them, but now I don't have to do the lines anymore. I could just do the like this, low to high, like that, you know, and then I could just, you know, and then
Baba
do the other way too, and then you could just
Fubo.
You could just do like this. I mean, this is not, you know, I don't advise you guys to do it exactly how I'm doing it. I'm doing it lazily because I'm just looking at how it would look, you know, in the, but, oh, okay, so it broke out. When did I do this? Oh, I was charting it on Friday at Tesla? Damn, I was. All right, so yeah, dragging is so much easier with the magnet mode too. Yeah, I know, right? That's one of the things. So, all right, cool. So it's actually at the bottom of it too. So we might get, but the market is moving up. So when the futures, when a stock is like this, let's say big tech closed at the low, so that the bottom of the inside bar ends up being the close. Usually that means that prices wants to come down here, and typically you get gap downs because the price isn't going to stay in that tight 1 cent range that your entry is. So typically there's a gap down, a retracement, and then it continues. But remember, the market is recovering, so to say, a little bit. We might get like a bounce, because, you know, to equal out all that sell pressure. A lot of the RSIs are in oversold territory. The RSI indicator. I only like using this in bigger time frames, but you know, just to look at how cold everything was. Look at that. In one day, we were all the way up here for most of it. In one day, we went from a 66 all the way down to a 44. And that's on the daily. That means if you go to the 4 hour, look at that. It's starting to go all the way to almost, you know, oversold. You start going to the 2 hour, we're already at oversold territory. And then, you know, in intraday, I don't really, you know, like it too much, but yeah. So since all of these RSIs are super cold, that means that risk to reward, you know, the risk of it coming back up, if you look at its history, every time it goes down, you could have gotten in and moved it up. But this is a lagging indicator, meaning price shows first and then this prints. So it's good to look at like on a Sunday like today, when, you know, you're not like nothing's moving and you can kind of see like, okay, you know, it's been down here, look at history. Okay, every time it kind of taps it, we get a nice little jump up. It's broken through, but we get a nice little jump up. All right, cool. So, you know, it could go as low as this low. So you can like kind of chart it here and go, hey, you know what? It can go as low as here, like that. Make it then. That's the lowest. But right now, if it bounces off this oversold, it might come up. How do you calculate risk to reward on an options play properly? For me, I use the fibs. So, have you, Saad, have you watched my inside bar video by chance? I have like the YouTube video. Have you seen it? Okay, so definitely watch that one. There's a certain segment, everything is time stamped. So there's a risk to reward section, and it basically explains why I don't care about percent gain. I kind of got over that. I mean, it's nice to look at it, you know, go, hey, I got 150%, you know, in my eyes, I don't care about the percent. I just think, oh, I just got 1.5 times my risk, you know, but risk to reward is the proper way to do it. And the way to do it is by using fibs. So you go to the fib area section of it, and you'll see that if you copy exactly how my fibs are, you will get a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And on that video, I actually explained why a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio is very, very powerful, and that a lot of people don't trade like that, especially a lot of people who, you know, are beginners or have been kind of slipping and their portfolio is kind of going down instead of up. You probably have a negative risk to reward. You're usually risking more and you're not holding enough to reap the rewards. So you end up having big losses, small wins, and it's just bleeding your account. And the way to stop that is to have a system where you take calculated losses. Okay, let's go to this one. Sorry, I'm just talking guys. Yeah. And I'll lead it into this. I segue all crazy. You would think I rehearsed this. I didn't rehearse it at all. I just wrote these things down and I just spit fire. The other one, have you guys heard of this one? Cut losses quickly. Oh yeah, cut losses quickly. You know, cut them quick. You know, as soon as you know, you get the red candle, cut it quick. That's the same. It's the opposite of this. For you to think that as soon as you get into an option or any type of play, that it's just going to immediately go in the direction that you think that's kind of like you're not being realistic. Right? Is that a realistic way to think? As soon as you get into a position, it should be going up? No, price goes up and down. It goes everywhere. But is it in the range? Is it in your range that you want to be playing it in? What's the range? We have the fibs. So if you enter on the yellow and you have a stop loss on the red, if you enter and price does this, it doesn't matter. You already predefined your risk. You're already okay with losing this much. So truly accept it. Don't get out right here. Never get out right here. You're thinking, oh, you know, I'm just I'm just cutting losses quickly. But typically what happens is these levels are here for a reason, right? At the end of the day, these are fib levels. These aren't just like random numbers that I'm putting in. Sometimes what happens is price builds support right here, and then it starts going up. And now you got out over here thinking you were going to save something, and now you're mad. It's all about the levels. All about the levels. Risk to reward is about levels. If you don't have a stop loss range, and this is why I don't like having a stop loss on like a premium on the options or whatever, because that varies too. It depends on when you entered. If you entered here, it's different than if you enter here, or if you enter here, or if you enter here. They're all a little different. But you should be readjusting it based off where you entered. This is why I say take note of what you entered at. You have to know your entry, because your entry is gonna if you want to be proper, you redo your fibs based off the exact entry that you had. Very true, smart. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Video explains it. Yeah, that was me with JPM. Look, it happens. It happens. I've noticed that, you know, I brought this idea, you know, to the Discord, because I shared the Trading Wars book, and, you know, it goes over inside bars, but I've had people read the book and they're like, I mean, I'm more confused because he gives too much information. I think what happens with Trading Wars is, you know how some people, and I'm not saying he's trying to be smart, but I think some people will take a kind of hard subject and they won't really make it any easier for people. They'll just explain it how they learned it and then expect you to know. And then you're sitting there with like 10 more questions and you're like, wait, but what about like when this happens, or what about when this happens? Because maybe poor like use of words, or, you know, stuff like that. And I'm like, I can simplify this so much easier. I could literally do it in one video. I don't think Trading Wars has one video that's like mine, where it's like from beginning to end. Hello, you know, he's, you know, obviously charging, you know, $100 for that book, which is cool. He did the work, the back testing and everything. I learned from him, but I tweaked it just like how you tweak every other plan. So this one, this is my own. I haven't seen anybody do this. This fib right here, this is just based off me. I didn't learn it from anybody else. What I did was I learned about risk to reward, and I figured out that the 0.5 seems to be hit all the time, and the 236 seems to be a nice area that, you know, to come back. So I was like, you know what, let me put this thing together. I started showing people in the one-on-ones. They started getting really good like benefit from it, and then I was like, all right, time to put it on the live stream, you know. So honestly, the drill down method book was kind of confusing to read as a beginner. Exactly. That's why I'm like, you know, because some people will be like, hey, you're just copying what Trading War is doing. Inside bars have been traded since before he was here. All he did was introduce it to me. You know what I mean? I learned about inside bars through him, but then I made my own trading strategy through it. And now this is just me. This is something that seems to be working. I'm getting a lot of good input, you know, and it's working good. And now you guys can teach other people. Like, hey, this is how you do it. Or you can just refer them to my video, you know what I mean? But level up. Yeah, level up. All right, so yeah, so don't just cut losses quickly. These two, take profits. The real thing you should be saying, you know, if I could redo these, it would be take profits intelligently. I don't even know if I'm spelling that right. And cut losses intelligently. I've been a little rusty. Okay, I'm so used to what is it, autocorrect, that I don't even know how to spell anything anymore. This is how it should be: intelligently, meaning according to your plan, according to a fib level, according to your risk and reward. If you wanted to make this a little bit more specific, I'd be like, take profit at your desired risk to reward and cut losses at your desired risk to reward. That's what I would have did. And the worst one, the one that has caused more bag holders than any other quote in history, is you don't lose until you sell. And I think we could all agree that that's like the worst thing to tell a beginner. You don't lose until you sell has created almost every bag holder has said that. And it came from like the ape community. Before that, it's been going on. It's like, jeez. All right, you know what? Just because, you know, the inside bars are looking kind of juicy. If you guys are down, we'll do a live trading session in the morning. If you guys are down, thumbs up on Monday, market open. Yeah. All right. And, you know, you got to understand that doesn't mean that, hey, I'm going to tell you guys, hey, go into this, hey, go into that, hey, go into this. It's not going to be like a call service. You know what I mean? I'm going to be explaining what I see, you know, any of the news that's coming up, any of the inside bars that have triggered, you know, and record it. All right, we'll record it. You know, it'll be like a voice channel. Maybe I might pull up a live stream to show like the charts and stuff, but yeah, we'll do that if you guys are down. So I'll probably announce it in the, or maybe even Izzy can announce it in his, and we can be like, hey, if you guys are down, and we'll get a whole squad in here. We'll get the chat bumping. And yeah, sad. I've been trading for about 2 years. I may be a little late, but I will be there. All right, bet. You know, come through, slide through. Maybe put it on mute. You know what I mean? And so yeah, but it just shows. Hey, sad. It just shows that in 2 years you could do a lot. You could do a lot of good stuff, man. So definitely, you know. So yeah, if everybody is down, Let's see. Yep, let's go. We get the whole squad out here. What's your trading timeline? How intense was your studying? Very. Think about COVID, right? Think about during the COVID time. I had nothing to do. I told myself, because before that I used to drive Lyft, and I was a nursing student. I was trying to be a nurse. So, you know, I was doing Lyft, supporting my fam. You know, here I live in like Orange County, Anaheim by Disneyland. So if you guys pull up to Disneyland, hey, come hang out. So what's it called? You know, my COVID kind of wiped my job out completely. And so I started getting into trading, and I was like, you know what? I'm either going to learn how to play the guitar, or I'm going to learn how to trade stocks. Good thing I, you know, did that. I got picked up by a meme. What? Oh yeah, it's true. Guys, true. Trade Me Out was one of my Lyft passengers, guys. Isn't that crazy? I picked him up on Lyft and we connected, and at that time I was telling him, yeah, I'm a nursing student, you know, all that stuff. And now look, it's crazy. Come on. I'm about to be streaming an account class tomorrow morning. Randy. Big W, big W. I used to live in Garden Grove. Catella, dang, that's what's up. I live off, I'm not gonna tell you guys what the, that's a trap. Let's just say I live off State College. Let's just say that. You know, people come over here and rob me. They're like, oh, I see how big your portfolio is. I'm gonna come rob you. I know, I almost got caught there. You notice that? I almost thought, hey. All of a sudden, I'll wake up in my sleep. They'll be like, open your brokerage account. I'm like, oh God, help. So I kept losing until I started doing my own DD. Your knowledge has been amazing. Thank you very much. Of course, yeah. So your strategy is inside bars or anything else. The inside bars is the best. So my personal strategy, I play off inside bars. If there's inside bar setups, I'm gonna take them because to me it's free money. I've been doing it to where I'm in profit. I've won enough trades to where I can lose like 120 trades in a row and I'm still like not even break even. So I'm going to keep playing them because it's like a money tree, right? The hardest part is getting the ball rolling. It's like accepting the first few losses until you get enough wins under your belt and then you're good. Right? So, but anyways, like think about like all that COVID and everything. So one thing that, as you can tell, I've advanced pretty quickly in about 2 years, right? Some people of you have been trading longer than me, but what I did was immediately when things were kind of going left, I was like, I need to be under mentorship or learn from people who are way better than me. That's the only way to learn, right? What you guys are doing right now is basically what I did, and I learned from them and I really applied it. And you'd be surprised at what can happen in 1 year if you just apply it, if you just stop making the same mistakes. Most of you guys are making the same 10 mistakes over and over and over. Journaling will stop it because it helps you identify it. And then having a system will stop you from doing all those random things. I've done some pretty wild stuff. I used to put like 20K in option trades. It's worked out a lot. Sometimes it didn't. I used to put like big amounts of, you know, and it'd be a lot more, but you learn, you know what I mean? You get clapped. I lost like, I think what, 40K in a week off. No, was it 40? Yeah. I think I lost like 40K in a week. And then I was like, all right, bro. But I was already in profit a lot. So, you know, my trajectory is a little different. Everybody's trajectory is a little different. You know how there's some people that like put money in Doge and they end up being like millionaires? So, but then it's like, are you gonna keep all that, or are you gonna keep blowing it in the market? So I had to learn. So, you know, me and Izzy, we learned. We got clapped together. You know, we were trading. You know, but we learned from our lessons. We're still learning. We're still messaging each other, saying, "Hey, man, hey, I learned from this mistake, but I still got to work on this. Hey, this, it's a work in progress." You know, I can't wait until I'm 10 years into this. I'm gonna be a savage. I really appreciate what you do for us. Do you have a donation link or Patreon? Should I have one of those? I don't know if would you guys actually donate? I mean, that'd be lit. Yeah. All right. I'll think. Okay. Damn. All right. See, I don't. You know, the thing is, I don't really like to put a big paywall in front of people. You know, I think it's cool that you guys are benefiting from this, like for the free. And then obviously, if I'm doing one-on-ones, I'm gonna charge you because that's like really attentive. Like I'm really, you know, lasering down on you. So obviously an hour of my time, you know, but I try to make it affordable. Just know the price is going to go up because now I'm starting to get a lot more of the one-on-ones. So I'm going to raise it. I think it was like 35. I'll probably have it at 35 for the next week or so. And then I'll probably bump it to like 50 or 60. So, you know, hey, take advantage of it now while it's still where it's at, because it's just going to keep going up. What was it saying? Taking you to Hong Kong when I make my first 25K. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah, all the boys. Big trip, big cap. He put the cap. Harry's like, I know where Hong Kong is. Oh my god, you're funny. Dang, they're calling you a cat, Panda. Are you not actually? But yeah, thank you, Council. I'll think of something to kind of, you know, like it'd be cool if like, hey, I learned a whole lot. I made all this here, you know, break you off a little like 2% or something. You know, just give me a little, you know, throw me a little something. I'll probably do it. But I'll wait. I want to, if I did do anything where like it was like a charge, like a monthly thing, I want to be able to have people like really benefit from that month, you know? Like I want like this Sunday stuff, but on steroids. So, you know, we'll make it happen. Me and Izzy are working on a little plan. Just, you know, give us some patience. And I need more testimonies. If you guys have really like benefited, shoot me a DM just explaining kind of how this stuff has benefited. I kind of like to use those as like for my future, if I'm ever trying to explain like how I help people. Exactly. Yeah, let us be your testimonies. That's what I'm doing. That was the game plan, was like, you know, I want a whole lot of testimonies before I ever charge anybody for anything. Because for me, my confidence comes from like real life results. I can't fake confidence. If I suck at what I'm doing, I can never charge somebody. But if I'm good at what I'm doing, then okay, of course, I'm gonna, you know, you're gonna make way more money than what you're paying. I can guarantee you that. So there's a voice channel. Yeah, bingo. All right, so I can't even trade myself legally, but yeah, we can go on a little trip. Hey man, trades is an OG. Not even legal. He's out here just the Amin Academy. Hey, Amin and Izzy Academy. Don't forget Izzy. Izzy's coming up right after me right now. The tech god. Come on, tech god. Tech god. Do you ever miss Amin? Do I ever miss? Nah, I don't miss, bro. Never. But so anyways, look, so those are the bad quotes. If you ever hear somebody saying it, just be like, nah, it's not about, you know, you don't really go broke by taking profits logically, but you don't really go get rich by taking profits right away either. You know, you have to have a proper risk to reward. You need to at least make, you know, hopefully double what you're risking. Think about it like that. If you're looking at a trade and you can't even make an argument for doubling your investment, like a possibility of doubling it, throw it in the trash. That is not a good trade. Wait for tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will be a better setup. But the inside bars that I'm hearing for today, tomorrow's about to be crazy. If we get a bounce,